Hey friends, welcome back to English Unleashed. I'm Tom. This episode is a simple summary of a book called The Road to Character. The book is written by David Brooks. This book is deep and serious. But don't worry, I have made it slow, simple, and easy for you. You do not need advanced English to understand the main ideas. You only need to listen calmly and think a little. This book is not about money. It is not about success or fame. It is not about becoming rich or powerful. The book is about character. Character means who you are inside, not what people see on the outside. Many people today focus on the outside. They care about jobs, titles, money, and followers. They care about how they look to others. But this book asks a different question. It asks, what kind of person are you when no one is watching? The author says that modern life teaches us the wrong lessons. We are taught to build a good resume. We are taught to show our skills and talents. But we forget something important. We forget to build a good soul. In this book, the author talks about two kinds of lives. One is the resume life. This life is about success, speed, and winning. It's about money, fame. The other is the character life. This life is about values, patience, and meaning. The resume life asks, what can I achieve? The character life asks, what should I become? This book says that the second question is more important. Many people become successful, but they feel empty inside. They reach their goals, but they feel lost. They do everything right, but something feels wrong. The author believes this happens because people do not work on their inner life. They do not learn humility. They do not learn self-control. They do not learn how to face failure. This book is not a self-help book in the usual way. It does not give quick tips. It does not promise fast results. Instead, it tells stories. The author talks about real people from history. Some are famous, some are not. These people were not perfect. They made mistakes. They failed many times. But they learned something important. They learned how to become better human beings. They learned how to fight their own weakness. They learned how to grow slowly. They learned how to live with purpose. One important idea in this book is humility. Humility does not mean thinking you are small. It does not mean thinking you are weak. It does not mean hating yourself. Humility means knowing your limits. It means understanding that you are not perfect. It means being open to learning and change. The author says that real strength comes from knowing your weakness. People with strong character do not say, I am great. They say, I still have work to do. They do not try to look perfect. They try to become honest. Another big idea in this book is inner struggle. Every person has two sides. One side wants comfort, praise, and easy success. The other side wants meaning, truth, and growth. The road to character is not easy. It is often uncomfortable. It requires effort and patience. But this road leads to a deeper kind of happiness. Not the happiness of winning, but the happiness of becoming whole. In modern life, people talk a lot about confidence. They say you should always believe in yourself. But the author says something different. He says that confidence without humility can be dangerous. It can make people selfish. It can make people blind. True character is not loud. It is quiet and steady. It grows over time. This book also talks about failure. Failure is not the end. Failure is often the beginning. Many people in this book failed early in life. Some failed many times, but failure taught them discipline. It taught them patience. It taught them empathy. Without failure, character cannot grow. The author believes that suffering can shape us. It can make us more human. It can help us understand others. This does not mean suffering is good, but it means we can learn from it. One more important idea in this book is commitment. People with character commit to something bigger than themselves. It can be family. It can be work. It can be faith. It can be service to others. They do not live only for pleasure. They live for responsibility. This book asks us to slow down, to reflect, to look inside ourselves. It asks us to stop asking, what do I want right now? And instead, start asking, what kind of person do I want to be in 10 years? Now, as you listen to this podcast, I want you to do something simple. Do not rush. Do not try to understand everything at once. Just listen. Let the ideas stay with you. This is not just English practice. This is also life practice. Now, in the next part, I will start looking at the first stories from the book. We will see how real people built character through struggle and choice. For now, take a deep breath. You are on the road, and this road is not about speed. It is about direction. Okay, now we will talk about something very important. We will talk about the inner struggle. Every person has an inner struggle, even people who look calm and confident, even people who seem successful. Inside every person, there is a quiet fight. On one side, there is the part of us that wants comfort. This part wants easy life. It wants praise. It wants money. It wants attention. On the other side, There is the part of us that wants meaning. This part wants truth. It wants to grow. It wants to do the right thing, even when it is hard. The author says that character grows in this struggle. If life were easy all the time, we would not grow. If everything went well, we would not learn humility. Humility is one of the most important ideas in this book. Humility does not mean thinking you are nothing. It does not mean feeling small. Humility means knowing yourself honestly. It means knowing your strengths, but it also means knowing your weaknesses. People with humility do not pretend to be perfect. They accept that they make mistakes. They do not say, I am better than others. They say, I am still learning. The book explains that many people today confuse humility with low confidence. But this is not true. A humble person can be strong. A humble person can lead others. But they lead with care, not ego. Ego is when we think too much about ourselves. It is when we want attention and praise. Ego says, look at me. Character says, let me do what is right. The book tells us that ego grows fast, but character grows slowly. Ego wants quick success. Character wants deep meaning. The author says that modern life feeds ego. Social media shows success. Work life rewards speed and results. But inner life needs silence. It needs reflection. It needs time. Many people do not spend time alone with their thoughts. They are always busy. They are always connected. But character grows in quiet moments. It grows when we ask hard questions. Questions like, why did I act this way? Why did I hurt someone? Why did I fail? These questions are uncomfortable, but they are important. The book shares stories of people who faced their weaknesses. They did not run away. They did not make excuses. They looked at their mistakes honestly. They looked at their flaws honestly. This is not easy to do. Most people want to hide their weaknesses. They want to look strong all the time. But the author says something interesting. He says that people with strong character often feel inner tension. They know they are not perfect. They feel a gap between who they are and who they want to be. This gap creates humility. Instead of saying, I'm great, they say, I have work to do. This attention makes them better people. Another important idea in this book is discipline. Discipline is not punishment. It is not being hard on yourself. Discipline means choosing long-term good over short-term pleasure. It means doing what is right, even when it is not fun. People with character learn to control their impulses. They do not follow every desire. They pause, they think, and they choose carefully. This is also part of humility. They know they are human. They know they can make bad choices. So, they build habits that protect them. They create rules for themselves, not because they are weak, but because they are honest. The book also talks about moral struggle. Moral struggle means choosing between right and wrong, not in big dramatic moments, but in small daily choices. How do you speak to others? How do you act when no one sees you? How do you treat people who cannot help you? These small choices shape character. Character is not built in one day. It is built slowly through repetition. Brooks explains that many people chase happiness. They want to feel good all the time. But character is not about feeling good. It is about being good. Sometimes doing the right thing feels hard. Sometimes it feels lonely. But over time, it brings peace. Not excitement, not applause, but quiet peace inside. This part of the book teaches us something important. You do not build character by talking about values. You build character by living them. You build character by facing your inner struggle honestly, by accepting your weakness, by choosing growth over comfort. In the book, the author does not only explain ideas, he tells stories of real men and women. These people lived in different times. They had different jobs. They had different beliefs. But they all share one thing. They all faced moral struggle. Moral struggle means a struggle inside the heart. It is the struggle between right and wrong, between comfort and responsibility. These people were not born strong in character. They became strong over time. Many of them started life with pride. Some were selfish. Some were careless. But life tested them. Failure changed them. Pain taught them. Hard moments shaped them. One important lesson from these stories is this: character is not built by success, character is built by difficulty. When everything goes well, we do not grow much. We enjoy life, but we do not change deeply. But when life becomes hard, we are forced to look inside. We are forced to ask serious questions. Who am I really? What matters to me? What should I change? The people in this book did not avoid these questions. They faced them honestly. Some of them failed early in life. They made wrong choices. They hurt others. But instead of blaming the world, they looked at themselves. This is where character begins. The author explains that moral growth often starts with self-criticism. Self-criticism does not mean hating yourself. It means being honest with yourself. It means saying, I was wrong. It means saying, I need to change. Many people find this difficult. It hurts the ego. But people with strong character accept this pain. They know it helps them grow. Another idea in this part of the book is moral direction. Moral direction means knowing where you are going as a person, not just in career, not just in money, but in values. People with moral direction know what they stand for. They know what they will not do even if it helps them. They set inner rules. These rules guide them when life is confusing. The book also talks about commitment. Many people today avoid commitment. They want freedom. They want options. But character grows through commitment. Commitment to people, commitment to work, commitment to values. When you commit, you stay even when things are hard. You do not leave when feelings change. You do not quit when it becomes uncomfortable. The people in this book stayed. They stayed with their responsibilities. They stayed with their promises. This staying shaped their character. Another important lesson from these stories is patience. Character does not grow fast. It grows slowly. Many people want quick results. They want change now. But inner change takes time. The people in this book did not become better in one moment. They changed little by little. They failed. They tried again. They learned. They grew. All right. In the final part of this episode, we talk about a deep question. What does a life of character really look like? The author says that a life of character is usually not loud. It is not full of praise. It does not always look impressive from the outside, but is strong on the inside. People with character do not live to impress others. They live to be faithful to their values. They are not perfect. They still make mistakes, but they are honest about those mistakes. A life of character is a life of inner order. This means that values guide actions, not ego, not fear. When life becomes confusing, people with character return to their values. They ask simple questions. What is right? What is kind? What is responsible? They do not always choose what is easy. They choose what is meaningful. The author explains that people with character care more about depth than speed. They do not rush through life. They understand that growth takes time. And the book ends with an important message. We should not ask only, "What did I achieve?" We should also ask, "What kind of person did I become?" A good life is not only about achievements, it is about character development. It is about learning humility, learning responsibility, learning love. This road is not straight. There are mistakes, there are failures, but every step teaches something. Okay, thank you so much for listening to another episode of English Unleashed. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself. Bye for now.